Hi, it's Joanna Hunter here from joannahunter.com. So, today I was going to talk about the people police because it's something that comes up over and over again for a lot of people that especially when you begin to use things like positive thinking or you're using anything that's making you feel good or lifting you up. So it's really, really important that we understand what the people police is all about. So I'm just going to wait for a few people to jump on. If you pop a hello in the comments just to let me know that I'm not sitting here talking to myself, that would be great. I'm just going to move out here so you see me a bit better. So today is going to be talking about the people police. And what is the people police? Well, when we start to do positive thinking and we start to change our vibration and we start to begin to feeling better on a consistent basis, what happens is that some people's noses get a little bit out of joint and they then start to try and police you. And I've been an entrepreneur for a long, long time in my life. For 17 years, actually, I've been self-employed. And when I first took this notion of wanting to be self-employed and wanting to get there, a lot of people tried to police me. They were like, ooh, that's risky. And that's a classic example of how other people try and police you with their views or with their way that they are doing things. So it is, and we get policed all the time. We get policed all the time by all different people all the time trying to police us. So anytime we do something, maybe slightly out of the ordinary, or anytime we do something, they go, you sure you want to do that? Oh, I don't think that's a good idea. That is different ways that people try and put their views onto you and try and police you. And I was very lucky when I first began in business. I was really lucky because I learned an awful lot about myself through my business. I've always said for years and years and years, I've always said that owning your own business is a bit like a spiritual journey because you really find out who you are and what you're made of when you own your own business. And even though that's something that I help my clients with, whether they have a business or don't have a business, is learning who they are and basically going through themselves. And I find that a lot of the work of going through myself happened in the early years of my business. I got to see the good, the bad, and the ugly. I got to see the parts of me that maybe I wouldn't normally and ordinarily admit. And then I had to either work against those to change them, or I had to accept them and play to my strengths instead. And so it's not nice when you have to admit to yourself that maybe that is an area of weakness in your life, but actually it is very liberating to do that, and so that you can work and begin to have a life that plays to your strengths. But when you start to do things that's out of the ordinary, and I used to say when I was a little girl, my mum always used to say to me that I used to say that life is not a dress rehearsal. And that this is it, you've got to give it your best shot. And my mum says that the first time that I told her that, I was about 3 or 4 years of age. I said, life is not a dress rehearsal, that this is it. And my mom couldn't even believe that, what I was coming out with. I was so little and she was like, wow. But this is my belief. My belief is that life is not a dress rehearsal. It is really, truly, this is it. So it's about giving it your best shot. But when you go out there and you give it your best shot, maybe you've been living small. Maybe you've been not living as large as you wanted to live in before. And maybe you've been just kind of keeping yourself little and keeping yourself small. And then you decide to kind of step out of your comfort zone and you get all these people and they go, I don't think so. Oh, are you sure you want to do that? Remember, that is their misgivings about themselves. Because when we see things, human beings have this real habit of casting themselves in the lead role. And it's one of the reasons why stories are so powerful. When you engage your customers or when you engage people with stories, one of the reasons why they're so powerful is that people immediately kind of cast themselves in the lead role of whatever story is being told. And so when people are standing there and they're going, that, what they're actually saying is that they're not actually saying that they don't believe that you could do it. They're saying, I don't think I could do that. And so early on in my business, I had a lot of people in my career of being self-employed. I had a lot of people that would do this and would try and police me. And they would try and put their views onto me by saying, oh, I don't think that's a good idea, or how could you possibly? I even had business advisors whose job it was to advise me in business not understand the scale and the scope of my ambitions and dreams, and for later, maybe 2 or 3 years later, say to me, wow, Joanna, you know, you have managed to do everything that you said that you were going to do. And when you first said it, I didn't even know how that was going to be possible for anyone to be able to do that. And so basically, sometimes when people are policing you in your daily life, you're maybe trying to become more positive, and that's outside your comfort zone because you've been stuck in this place where you've been kept small and maybe not feeling so happy, maybe not feeling so good. And then you have these people who try and police you that in your business, maybe you have a business and they're trying to police you in your business, and I go, oh, like this. It has actually jack to do with you when they try and police you, because it has everything to do with them and their misgivings on how they're going to do. So very early on in my business, what I decided was that if I had a lot of people going, oh, that's not a good idea, I knew absolutely it was a good idea to do it. And it was absolutely the way to go forward, because it meant that I was stepping out not only of my own comfort zone, but I was also stepping out of the people around me's comfort zone. And you might ask, well, why is that a good idea to have a good indication if you're stepping out not only of your own comfort zone, but you're stepping out of the comfort zone of those that are around you? Well, like energy attracts like energy. So the people that are around you have been attracted in by your current energy. And so if your current energy is maybe giving you a life or even a business that isn't that great, the cool news is if they're going, and they're trying to police you, that means that you not only are you stepping out of your comfort zone, but you're also stepping out of theirs, which is a great indication, because it means that you're definitely going to be changing your vibration and you're definitely going to be doing something different. Lynn's saying that's a great way of looking at it. Thank you, Lynn. You can pop comments and ask me questions if you want as well. I'm happy to answer questions. So the really, really cool thing about when we begin to step out of our comfort zone is that people will try and police you, but many people often let that be the thing that makes them slide right back down, and back into their little box they go, and they start to continue to live this little life that has made them miserable to the point where they are at. And if you really want to change it, you are going to have to get used to other people trying to police you. Not everybody is going to have your passion, your ambition, and be able to dream your dream with you. So what I decided very early on was that I had all these naysayers and all these people that were saying to me, oh, I don't even know how that's possible. I don't even know how you're going to do that. And in the beginning, yes, I'll be really honest, it did bother me. But the more that it happened, and the more I just kept going for my dreams, and I just kept going for the places where I wanted to go, and I just kept doing the things that I wanted to do, and the more I was literally shutting people up with my actions. And see, actions are always going to speak louder than words. So if you have big dreams, you have big goals in life, and you really, really want to go for them, then stop listening to the people that are trying to police you. They're only trying to police you to their own confines. And unless they are multi-millionaires who live a spiritual life, that they have a life that works on every level, I'm not really that interested in anyone else's opinion of me and the things that I do. And that isn't just to say that I'm an uncaring and selfish person. No, it is just simply because they're not living my life. I'm living my life. And the same goes for you. You're living your life. So if you have people that are trying to dim your light, trying to get you back into your little box, trying to police you, and society polices people all the time. Anytime that somebody does something that's kind of seen out of the norm of society, the minute somebody does that, people immediately try and police you, immediately try and get you back into that normal confines. Well, the normal confines is the 98%. The 98% of people who do the same thing every day and expect a different result. They are the 98% of people who, on a consistent basis, do not feel good in their lives, do not feel happy in their lives. Be the 2%. Be the 2% that is willing to step out of their comfort zone. Be the 2% that is willing to take a chance and do something different. Lynn is saying it is I will remember this today. If your goals don't make other people laugh, they aren't big enough. That's cool, yeah. A lot of my goals in the very early of my business, when I had my first shops and I had my shops, people would look at me and go, like this, and you could tell that they were like that. And I even have my business advisors who were part of an organization who were really there to help people or young people dream bigger and go for their goals, not even understanding the magnitude of my plans. And then for them to turn around years later and actually said to me, you executed everything that you said that you would do. You created everything that you said that you would do. And, you know, I'm absolutely blown away by the vision that you had 5 years ago, that you managed to do in 5 years. And it's one of the reasons why I built, in 3 years, from the age of 23 to the age of 26, I built 4 six-figure businesses. Do you think I built those 6-figure businesses by listening to the people that went, is that a good idea? No, I built those businesses by literally going for my dreams, and I took it as a good sign and a good indication if people were trying to police me. Not only was I stepping out of my comfort zone, but I was stepping out of theirs too. And I didn't want to be in their comfort zone, because their comfort zone was that little tacky box of, you know, go to work, rinse and repeat every single day, and not change the world. I felt like I came here to change the world. I came here to not only change and rock my world, but I hopefully came here to change and rock other people's worlds too. And I didn't come here to live my life small. I didn't come here to be a member of the sheeple. I came here to be who I am. And that's important and that's powerful. And so it's really, really important that you need to step up. But you're never going to be able to step up to your dreams if you listen to the people who try and police you. But if you are aware that that's what they're doing, and remember, it's their limitations that they're putting on you. They are not putting your limitations. They're not putting your limitations on you. You are agreeing and aligning to those limitations if you allow people to take those limitations. What you are doing is you are agreeing with them the moment that you give them that power. Don't give them the power. Just say, thanks, I'm okay. I'm all stocked up on crazy, because my definition of crazy is doing the same thing every single day and expecting a different result. My take on it is try everything. Try as many different ways, because you will find one that works. And lots of people, when you begin to put yourself out there and you try lots of different things, people are going to begin to police you. And that's to keep you small. And that makes them feel safe. But I didn't come here to make people feel safe. I came here to help people to realize who they are. So, Lynn is saying, good point. Those people obviously living the life from the results of their own limiting beliefs. Absolutely. And that's what they're trying to put on you. They're trying to put on your own limiting beliefs. Vicky is saying, wow, I hope I can step up. I need to dream my dream. Thank you for your help. So Vicky, if you're looking to step up, literally just allow yourself to dream. One of the things that I do in business, and one of the things that I do for my business coaching clients, is I reverse engineer. And a lot of people think this is really, really odd. Instead of teaching them how to do their business, which I do teach them, but one of the things that I do teach them is I say to them, okay, well, what is it? What is it, the life that you want? What lifestyle do you want? How do you want your life to look? What would you like to earn? How would a typical day look? And then once we get a really clear indication, a really clear view of what your dream life would look like, we reverse engineer from that point. Most people think that they have to build the business to get the dream. No, I build the dream first and then build the business to support the dream. Does that make sense? So that's one of the ways that I would say that it's really, really good to kind of start building your dreams that way. So start with your dream. Always, always, always start with your dream, because once you have a dream, You can put a figure on that dream. And if you can put a figure on that dream, your business now has a goal. And then you build your business around the goal. It's much better, and it's going to be a business that supports the lifestyle that you want when you get to your dream. I tried it the other way around. I built 4 six-figure businesses in 3 years, and I had a massive burnout. And I'm laughing about it now, but I'm telling you, it was not funny going through it at the time. It was really hard, and it was really, really difficult. I nearly died. I mean, that's not an exaggeration. I was actually rushed to hospital with multiple organ failure, and every soft tissue organ in my body was showing signs of failing. And so they didn't think I was going to walk out of that hospital when I got rushed in. So that is when you try and you don't start from the dream first and reverse engineer. That's when you start from building the business and hoping that the business will eventually give you your dream. It's not going to work that way. It's going to work the other way around. So describe exactly how you want to work, exactly what you want to do, and then reverse engineer from your dream backwards. So that way, if you don't want to work all the hours that God sends, you don't build a business that demands that you work all the hours that God sends. So that is my humble opinion on that subject. So I'm hearing here, Lynn saying you're so inspiring. Thank you, Lynn. That really it's great to hear, because that's one of the reasons why I do what I do. I love to inspire others. So Margaret is saying the police are particularly difficult if you're indecisive, because feel slightly lacking in confidence about what you're trying to do. So yes, Margaret, that is absolutely, it's so true that that when you are feeling when you're feeling low within your own self, and you're not feeling so confident in yourself, and then people try and police you, and then you think, oh no, maybe I should listen to them. Remember, this is a statement that I always use, and it's a really good statement. So let this really seep in, and let this really seep in. Do you want to be a pioneer of the future or an explorer of the past? Okay? Because when people try and police me, it's one of the thoughts that I have. I know that they're trying to apply their limiting beliefs onto me, and that's not necessarily my limiting beliefs. And then I know not only are they trying to put their limiting beliefs on me, but I'm also, do I want to be that pioneer of the future? Absolutely. Every time. You know, I don't want to be rinsing and repeating the past. It's not who I am. It's not what I want. And so if I want to be that pioneer of the future, I have to get used to doing things that I have never done before. Because otherwise, how can I be a pioneer? And so what I say to you, Margaret, is that if anybody else who's suffering with this lack of confidence, you are never going to get the confidence that you want in your life. It's never going to happen. There's this idea that confidence is this thing that suddenly you have it, or some people have it and some people don't. No, you get it. You earn it. You earn it by putting yourself out there, and you earn it by being a pioneer of the future. And so the more pioneering things that you can do, the more of the future that you become, the more that the juicy future that you really want happens to you. So it's really important that you are willing to step out that comfort zone. And remember, people are only trying to police you with their limiting beliefs. Don't take them on, and don't let their limiting beliefs be yours. Prove to yourself that you have the confidence to do it. And the only way that you can prove to yourself that you're going to manufacture confidence is by going through. It's by going through it. It's by having your knees knocking, feeling like crap, and thinking like that. Remember, only a few short years ago, you wouldn't even have caught me on video. I wouldn't even have done it. I would have been like, oh, no way. You know, I'm not being videoed. No. And then you would have missed out on live scopes like this, and you would have missed out on lots of videos that I share lots of tips and things like that in. So it's really important that, and it was all through that question, do I want to be a pioneer of the future? So, Margaret's saying, I'm getting my pioneering hat at the cupboard. So Jenny is saying, my cousin Jenny, yay, hi, from all the way from Sweden. She's saying that I need to start to listen more to you, dear cousin, and I miss you. I miss you too. It would be lovely to actually see you. Must get on Skype. So, Linda's saying, oh, I like that. Do you want to be a pioneer of the future or the explorer of the past? Exactly. Do you want to be the pioneer of the future or the explorer of the past? So the choice is yours, and it's a daily choice. I had an email from one of my clients yesterday who was having a kind of one of those weird days where you get and you have lots of different thoughts and you're thinking. So he kind of like literally poured this snapshot of some of his thoughts into an email for me, and he was asking, what is it all about? Do I live from this point of pain and suffering in life, or do I live from this place of where I know that maybe I am God, or where I know that there's a spiritual element through me? And he was asking me my opinion on it, and what I said to him was that to live is to choose. That is life. Life is choice. And so, again, it's that pioneer. Do you want to be a pioneer of the future, or do you want to be an explorer of the past? You know, that's one of your daily choices. Another daily choice is, do you want to feel joy today, or do you want to feel miserable today? Well, it's a choice. And some people who maybe suffer from depression or other illnesses like that, and trust me, I know, I've been there. I know. And so I'm speaking from experience when I say this, that it is a choice, whether you want to continue to live like that or whether you want to change it. But if you want to change it, you're going to have to do something different. You're going to have to do something that you have never done before. And so, indeed, it's a scary thing for us to move forward. It is, but do you know what? Again, it's choice, right? It's choice. To live is to choose, because pick your scary. It's scary to stay stuck, repeating the same thing over and over again, knowing that the result is that you're not feeling happy in life. And so, yes, it's scary to try new things, but you've got a higher percentage chance of trying new things and for happiness to be the result. Because if your current mode of operandum, what you've been doing on a regular basis, is not bringing you happiness, is not bringing you joy, is not bringing you fulfillment in your life, then you know what? Pick your scary. It's scary to stay stuck, and it's scary to move forward, but pick your scary, because only one of them is going to have the solution to finding or give you a chance of finding happiness. And so it is kind of like pick your scary. Pick the scary you know, or pick the scary that you don't know. That's it, really. It's always about choosing. And if you can start to see life as a choice, that every day that you get a choice, you get to choose how you feel, then, you know, then it's, then you can start to begin to change it. You can begin to mold it in the way that you want it to be. And that's one of the things that I love doing with my clients. I love helping them to mold it into how they want it to be. How do you want your life to look? Because it's your life and it's your choice. But if you don't believe that you have the choice, then you're handing your power away. And usually you're handing it away to the people that are trying to police you and keep you in their limiting beliefs as well as your own. And so it's about expanding outside of those limiting beliefs. Lynn is saying the comfort zone is not always a nice place to be. It is familiar, but it's not always comfortable. Yeah, I call the comfort zone the uncomfortable comfortable. It's comfortable in the fact that it's familiar. You're absolutely right, Lynn. But it's uncomfortable because usually most people that come to me usually come to me with a problem that they want help with. And so if they come to me with a problem that they want help with, it is usually the kind of thing is that it's not comfortable for them. Then their comfort zone is not comfortable. And so, yeah, absolutely. So going out of your comfort zone is really, really important. And Linda is saying, I like to think I'm going out of my familiar comfort zone. Yeah, I'm just going to take a wee drink of my green juice. So, that's better. So, yeah, it is about picking your own comfort. It's about picking your choice and making your choices. But if other people are trying to police those choices, it is really super, super important that you understand that they're only trying to police them from their own self-limiting beliefs. And they are no reflection of your beliefs. You create and manufacture your own beliefs. And so it's so important that you make that, you make that separation, that their beliefs are not yours. And just because it's, just because they're saying, something and, that you can't do something, that kind of in the past, that made me really dig deeper. That made me think I will show you. And I often did. And so I came up with this thing where I would call people who were naysayers, or people who would say maybe I couldn't do something or I couldn't achieve something. I would say to them that they were fuel for my fire. And that a fire, in order to get anywhere in life, needs to burn really bright. It needs to burn really hard and really hot so that you can get that momentum to move forward in your life. So if you have a fire, even if it's a tiny, tiny little ember in your life, and you think that life could be a little bit different, begin to ignite that ember. And every time that somebody says that you can't do it, put yourself out there and light the fire. Absolutely light that fire, and use people who say no as the fuel for that fire, because you will achieve so much more by stepping out of your comfort zone, by picking the pioneer of the future choice on a daily basis. And if you do that, your life will begin to change. But here's the cool thing: to live is to choose. And another mistake that a lot of people make is that they think like they can only make one choice. No, you can make thousands. You make choices every single day, and you can make thousands and thousands and thousands more choices. So if something doesn't work out, stop taking it so seriously. Just try something new and keep trying until you get something that works for you. And only you can tell if it's going to work for you, because you are the expert in you. Lynn is also saying fear and excitement are next to each other in the brain, which is why we sometimes feel excited when scared. And on a roller coaster ride, I like to think sometimes that those feelings, getting those feelings is a good thing. Absolutely. I'm just scrolling up here to see what, it's a good thing, and it means that we are going, yeah, that we are doing well and growing. Absolutely. Yeah, so true. Absolutely. That we are growing. And yeah, they are very close to each other. And I often say, you know, like that fear is, or being scared, or being anxious or nervous is sometimes excitement in need of an attitude adjustment. So yeah, I've been on this scope for, on this live stream now for a wee while. So I am going to wrap up there, but do send me any questions that you have. You can send me a PM, or you can send me, messages on my Facebook page or anything like that. I love hearing from you guys, because you are the people that inspire my great work. You are the people that inspire me to every day get up and make the choice of being a pioneer of the future. So I hope that you've enjoyed today, and pop a little comment in the bottom there if you've enjoyed today's live stream, and I will speak to you soon. Take care, loads of love, and have an awesome day, and keep being awesome. Bye.